Welcome to the Red Clay. Season's greetings, happy holidays, all of them, every one of them. I am so glad y'all are here. Thank you so much. This is actually our next to the last show before Christmas. So we've got one more after tonight, and then we're going to have a little break. And I hope you guys are all going to be able to have a break and relax and enjoy yourself and not get too strung out over the issues that are at hand, because there's always issues at hand. But speaking of some of those issues, we can help you this evening, because Shawnee has a bunch of merch back there, and my wife is an artist, and she has a bunch of merch back there, and we can just solve all your shopping problems. Before you leave here tonight, you can just not worry about it anymore. So consider that, please. If you haven't noticed, there's a bar in the lobby. We do encourage drinking. Uber and Lyft will pick you up right at our front door and take you home. You can leave your car right where it is in beautiful downtown Duluth, and it'll be safe and sound when you come back to get it. So please imbibe, but please don't drink and drive. And this is a real appropriate time for me to say hello to you folks watching the live stream on YouTube at EOP Live. And if you'll notice, there's a blue bar at the top of your screen there. It says tip jar. We'll be thanking y'all in advance for the generosity that we know you're going to show this evening. So thank you. We appreciate it. And Merry Christmas to all y'all. On that same little channel where you're going to watch Shawn live this evening, there's about 7,000 or 8,000 songs. And a bunch of them are really good. So I'd encourage you to watch some more music there on that channel. That'd be cool. Just not for the next hour and a half or two. Wait till after that to do it. So, and you folks in the house, it is a real honor that you're here with us. I know it's been a strange, crazy couple of years, no matter what business you're in. But in our business, it really has been strange. And so when we see people and we see faces and there's butts in the seats, that is a huge holiday for us. So thank you so much for coming. I only met Shawnee a little while ago when he was, I think, in middle school. And I was a much younger man. And neither one of us are that young anymore. But I love Shawn Mullins to death. I think he's a great crafter of song. I think he is just a super dude and a nice guy, and he's one of my, and it's funny because on my end of this business, I don't always get to be around nice people. Some of the folks are real assholes. And, but Shawnee is just one of the most genuine, nice guys that I've ever known in my life, and I love him to death, and his wife, and his son, and his dog. I love them all. So, and he's going to play and wow you this evening. If you've never heard him, you're going to just go away from here saying, oh my goodness, Eddie did not lie. So what I need you to do, if you will, right now, is sound like you're about 1,000 people, and give a nice welcome to my friend Shawn Mullins.
Thank you. How you guys doing? Thank you so much for coming tonight. So good to see you. And thanks for supporting live local music. Well, it's Friday night, and I'm back again with my old guitar and my trusty grin. And I best you don't come in here sight, tattooed on this heart of mine, from a dirty brown shag carpet stage. Sing my song and I pace the cage, stuck up here in the twilight zone, staring out into the great unknown. There's an old Hank Williams figurine hanging by a guitar string from the pull chain of the Pabst Blue Ribbon sign, with the clock that stopped on 9:30. Yeah, the time ain't changed around here in years, y'all. It's the same sad stories, the same old tears. There ain't nobody wants to be alone out here in the great unknown. You can find a stool there at the bar. It's designed to take you nowhere far. They got a mirror back behind the whiskey shelves, where we don't dare look back at ourselves. And just past the men's room down the hall, barely hanging there on a plaster wall, a faded sticker on the old payphone says, "Welcome to the great unknown." It's out beyond the yonder star. It's all up in there where you are. By some cosmic wind we're blown out into the great unknown. Yeah, hopes and dreams and ash and dust. It all seems to either rot or rust. Souls wrapped up in flesh and bone, heartbeats in the great unknown. Well, it's Friday night, and I'm back again. Thank you. Thank you so much. I dreamed this next song, which is kind of funny. It doesn't happen to me. Well, I think this might be the only time it's ever happened where I woke up with this song stuck in my head. And I was so unsure that I didn't come up with it that I started calling other songwriter friends and asking them, once I sang it for them, asking them if they'd ever heard it. And they all were like, "No, it sounds great, though." I ended up singing it for my friend Chuck Cannon. I only had the chorus of the song, but I knew that it was a strong chorus. I really liked it. And we were in Asheville, North Carolina, doing a show at the Gray Eagle together. And I sang him that chorus, and he said, "Man, I really like that. Have you finished the song yet?" And I said, "No." He said, "Well, you mind if I get in on that one? because I love that. And I said, no, man, let's write the verses together. So next time I had the opportunity, I went up to Nashville, and we stayed up all night and drank whiskey and wrote the verses to this. It's called Light You Up. I just want to light you up, baby, like a fire. I just want to turn you on and take you high. Everybody's got a flat screen. Everybody's gotta be seen. Everybody wanna be famous. Ain't nobody gonna blame us. Everybody wants the real deal. Everybody wants to cop a good feel. Everybody want more money. Everybody wants a taste of your honey. I just want to light you up like a fire. I just want to turn you on, baby. Turn you on and take you high. Everybody wants to pick your guitar, and everybody wanna ride in that fast car. Everybody wants a puff of your pipe dream. Everybody wanna lick of your ice cream. Yeah, the preacher wanna tell you how to live right. Your mama and your daddy got you uptight. Your lover gonna go and pick another fight. I just wanna keep you up all night. I just want to light you up, baby, like a fire, like a fire, like a fire. I just want to turn you on, yeah, turn you on and take you higher. Yeah, this old world can bring you down and turn your smile into a frown, break your heart and make you sad, drive you stark, raving mad. I just want to light you up, baby, like a fire. I just want to turn you on, turn you up, and take you higher. Like a fire. I just want to turn you on and take you high. Thank you. Writing with Chuck's always fun, Chuck Cannon, because we answer each other. A lot of times when you're co-writing, it might take a long time to write a song, and with Chuck, it happens pretty quickly. I'll say something like, everybody wants a puff of your pipe dream, and he immediately says, everybody wants a lick of your ice cream. And he's a stickler for the perfect rhyme, the hard rhyme. He learned that from some old school Nashville songwriters, most of whom aren't even alive anymore, but just unbelievable songwriters, old school. And so it kind of keeps me on track too with that. I think it's a really great way of writing. You tend to, for those of you who write songs, it's not really a popular way to go these days. But if you look back through history of all the big songs that made it and kind of lasted over years and years, decades even, or longer, most of them have those perfect rhymes. It's interesting, all the way back to, the 20s and 30s and 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. It started to change in the 60s with the folk thing. Bob Dylan changed that a lot. Of course, I'm not saying anything about Bob Dylan. He's about as good as it gets. But he didn't always do perfect rhymes, and it came from the beat poets. He did a lot of that, and which I also really, really admire. Richard Brautigan, who I mentioned in one of my songs, is maybe not the most popular of the beat poets, but he was a beat poet. And let's tune that thing. I like to keep the strings on as long as I can without changing them, and so sometimes it'll affect the tuning a little. Nothing worse than crispy strings. Yeah, Shalom, sound engineer extraordinaire up there, making it sound pretty for us tonight. And yeah, Corey on the lighting, making me look as good as he can. Yeah. He's doing what he can to make me look good without makeup, so. That's actually much more pleasant for me. Yeah. When I used to play in a band with Matthew Sweet and Pete Droge, a band called The Thorns, whenever we would play live, Matthew would have the lighting director take all of the lighting off of him. He just hated it. And so he was always standing in the shadows. It was really weird. But it does hurt the eyes after a while. This is one I wrote with my beautiful wife, Amy, and she wrote this as a poem, and I put music to it. I was worrying too much about this whole COVID thing, and I mean, there was some merit to it because I had a bunch of shows canceled right in the beginning of it, and I didn't know how I was going to pay the bills and, make a living. It's all I'm qualified to do, and so she could tell I was worrying a lot, and she wrote this poem down, and when she read it to me, I immediately heard music to it, and so I added a little melody and some chords, and this is how it goes. Well, old man, worry, no, you ain't no friend of mine. Though you sat with me through sleepless nights, you were always laughing at my decline. Oh man, worry, no, you ain't no friend of mine, no. Oh man, worry, you wear a clever dark disguise. You fill my life with hopelessness, telling me all those wicked lies. Oh man, worry, you wear a clever dark disguise. Yes, you do. But I'm not gonna worry, I'm not gonna worry. I'm not gonna worry. I'm not gonna worry about your worry. Oh man, worry. You've been a faithful enemy, but it's time for me to say goodbye. I gotta set my sweet soul free. Oh man, worry. You've been a faithful enemy. Yes, you have. But I'm not gonna worry. I'm not gonna worry about your worry no more, no more. Said I'm not gonna worry. I'm not gonna worry. Oh man, worry. I'm not gonna worry no more. I'm just gonna sit around the house for a year and a half and watch all 9 seasons of Little House on the Prairie on Netflix. Eat some ice cream. Oh, thank you. Yeah, we really did. We watched all 9 seasons. I know, I didn't do that the first time around. It's a heavy show. Yeah, he was good, man. He was very good. He was from a small town in northern Mississippi, and she was raised on the Puget Sound, a 3rd generation hippie. And fate would take them to LA County, get them stuck in a traffic jam, an El Camino and a red Trans Am. Her stereo was blaring Bob Dylan, the bootleg sessions, and all the times they are changing made a pretty good impression. And she looked over and caught him smiling under a California setting sun. They fell in love on the 101. California, California, California dreams come true. They got in with the in crowd. They got off on the rock and roll. The cocaine's free and the music's loud. Backstage at the Hollywood Bowl, they got the house in Topanga Canyon. Yeah, they partied at the Viper Room, blending in to the neon gloom. California, California, California dreams come true. California, California, California dreams come true. Will you see them down on the Sunset Strip? Just trying so hard to be so hip. Manhattan Beach to Malibu, you know it's all about that ocean view. And who you know in Hollywood, it's cutthroat, baby, but it's understood. Champagne, Kool-Aid, drink it down. You're the toast of Tinseltown. California, California, California dreams come true. Yes, they do. Thanks, y'all. See, if you drop a pick like that and you don't have one handy, you got to make it work for you. Just take your time. Yeah, Miles Davis always said, if you mess up, do it again, which I think is pretty cool, too. Gosh, probably about 24, 25 maybe years ago, I met a fellow on Pioneer Square there in Portland, Oregon, and he was an interesting old guy. He's a Vietnam vet, and he drew caricatures of people for beer money, and pretty sure he didn't have a place to live, and his name was Frank, and I ended up running into him years later with my friend Patrick Blanchard when we were playing a really good gig there. And back when I first met Frank, I didn't have a proper gig really in Portland. I played a tiny little place for tips, and then I would play on the street sometimes when I would go through town. So, you know, fast forward years and years, I'm playing the Aladdin Theater for 1,000 people, you know. And I wanted Patrick to see where I started off there when I would go through town and play Portland. And so we went to Pioneer Square, and I bought a couple of corn dogs, you know, and we ended up running into Frank. He was still there. And the next time we got to Atlanta, we pinned this song together, and it's called Sunshine. Well, Frank don't mind the rain. He kind of digs the sound. But Portland in November can sometimes get you down. When you're standing in a doorway, trying to keep out of the cold. No one's looking your way. You got no bills to fold. Well, Frank, he don't like begging. They could use a buck or two. Get a bed down at the Mission. Maybe sleep a whole night through. And dream about Maria, girl that he once knew. We all need a little sunshine. We all need a little sunshine. Everybody needs a little sunshine. Too many days, dark and gray. Need a little sunshine. Frank touched down at Pioneer Square, June of '69. He thumbed here up the West Coast, get the war off of his mind. That's where he met Maria. She made him feel so fine, singing, we all need a little sunshine. She was singing, we all need a little sunshine. All right, everybody needs a little sunshine. Love was free, and so was she. Hey, singing in the sunshine. Sweet sunshine, yeah. Frank wakes up at sunrise. He hears a distant train. Finds a piece of cardboard in the alley by the drain. He writes his message black and bold and remembers why he came here. We all need a little sunshine. We all need a little sunshine. Everybody needs a little sunshine. Can't take another day. Dark and gray. We need a little sunshine. Sunshine. Just a little sunshine. Little sunshine. Everybody needs it, baby. We all need a little sunshine. Yeah. Well, Frank don't mind the rain. He kinda digs the sound. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm glad you liked that one. Thank you. I learned that chord from the 70s. There was a lot of songs like that in the 70s that had that chord in it. The old C major 7. A lot of bread songs. America and bread and... Yeah, that's right. We had I remember my brother had the Best of Bread 8-track, and I remember liking it a lot at first, and I still like those songs, but now when I hear, there's one in particular that I really have a problem with now, and it's there's two of them. There's Diary, which I used to just absolutely love, and I dislike both of them now for the same reason. So sorry, David. I know you wrote them, I think, and they're beautiful songs, but I have a problem with them because I wouldn't be able to feel that way. So it's probably my own problem, I guess. But there's the whole thing where he finds the diary and thinks that it's about him, and then he finds out it's about someone else. And then he says, but it's okay, basically, you know, your happiness is all I want and all that. That's just unrealistic. And then there's the other one. Same subject matter. I'm trying to remember the name of the song, but it's the one that, but your happiness is all I want, da, 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 hoping to find. I can't remember the song, but there was two of them that did that, where they basically, like, whatever you want to do, baby, you know. Yeah, I don't know if but maybe David Gates is really like that. Maybe he's that enlightened, you know. And most of us get hateful when we see that kind of stuff, but it's just human nature, you know. This one is kind of a psychedelic country song, and I wrote this with Pete Droge and Matthew Sweet. We were out in Santa Ynez, California, not too far from the Neverland Ranch, Michael Jackson's place. And we were staying on another filmmaker's ranch, a friend of Matthew Sweet's. And our job was to write 24 songs in 2 weeks. And we did. We wrote a bunch of songs, I think about 24. And not all of them made this record we were going to make with Brendan O'Brien here in Atlanta. And the writing was actually really fun. I enjoyed it. And one of the things we were working on, though, was this song. And Matthew and I were partying a lot at that point. And Pete Droge was total, he was not partying. He had given that up, and teetotaler, I guess is what you'd call him. And, you know, was really kind of straight and narrow, not drinking, not doing anything. And now when I look back on it, I go, wow, you know, that was hard for him probably to be around all that. But we didn't care at the time. You know, we were just, you know, California, man. And so we were partying a good bit, and Matthew kind of overdid it, and he had fallen asleep on the couch. And Pete and I went to work on this song, and we got 2 verses and the bridge done. And we really liked it, and like I said, it's kind of a psychedelic California country song, you know, the way the words flow. They don't make a whole lot of sense. And kind of like, you know, that America song about the lizards and the horse with no name. That's kind of what we had in our minds when we were writing it. And but also kind of to write about someone that you love that has a sadness about them. And so finally, we decided, since Matthew Sweet was going to get a third of the publishing on this song, he should write the last verse by himself. And it's only fair, you know. And so I took the eraser end of my pencil and kind of poked him, you know, and woke him up on the couch. And he said, what? And I said, we need a third verse. We're almost done with this song, you know. He'd probably been listening to it in his sleep, you know, or while he was half asleep. And he said, he looked up at me and he looked at Pete and he said, okay, interstellar rainbow on its cosmic wheel, rolling where the wind blows, never standing still. And then he rolled over and went back to sleep. And I thought that was great. That's exactly what we needed. Might be the best verse in the song. And this song's called Blue As You. Blue like smoky morning, cool like heaven glow. Meet me on the mountain, I got no place to go. I like my daylight to be silver, I like my night skies to be blue, blue as you. Underwater daydreams, bone dry desert sand, and half them words you're singing, boy, I don't even understand. I like my daylight to be silver, I like my night skies to be blue, blue, blue as you. Days I whine away, yesterday you could say I'm just unwinding. What you're looking for, babe, I know it isn't what you're finding. Blue is you. Interstellar rainbow on its cosmic wheel, rolling where the wind blows, never standing still. I like my daylight to be silver, I like my night skies to be blue, blue as you, blue as you. Thank you. Yeah, we ended up touring around the world for a couple of years after we made the record here in Atlanta with Brendan O'Brien. I don't know if you know that name. He's recorded many, many great records here. Much or most or of all, I guess, the last, 20 years of Springsteen, tons of Pearl Jam records. The first Black Crowes record, he engineered it and played, I think, a lot of lead guitar on it. The thing about Brendan is he can play all the instruments better than you can, so if you go to the lounge or whatever for too long, he'll just play your part for you. Train is another band he did a lot of work with. Here's another dream song. So this song, I dreamed about it after it was written, which has never happened for me before. And again, it's a Chuck Cannon thing that we wrote together. And I was up in Nashville working on a bunch of songs with him. And I'd just gone through a pretty rough breakup, and had one verse. And he thought it was a great idea. And so we, again, got the scotch out and stayed up all night and wrote this. And when I finally went up to the little apartment up above the studio, I fell asleep and I dreamed that I was making a movie. I was a camera operator in an old movie, and it was a Bing Crosby movie. And right, Christmas time, right? And it was so cool because Bing Crosby was singing this song that Chuck and I had just written that day and night. Yeah, and it gave me a lot of confidence about the song. I said, well, if Bing likes it and sings it, it must be pretty good. My stupid heart is what I blame when the arrows fly with perfect aim, and it don't work out like I thought it would. My stupid heart still thinks it could. My stupid heart believes the lies the poets tell. Surprise, surprise, good love goes bad and it falls apart. Oh, so sad, my stupid heart. Can be so cruel, the way it plays me for a fool. It never learns. You think I know? My stupid heart is kind of slow. My stupid heart plays for keeps through hoops of fire. It bounds and leaps. It's all for love right from the start. That's how it is. My stupid heart. My stupid heart, my stupid heart, my stupid heart. Thank you. Well, I met him on the cliffs of Twin Rocks, Oregon. He was sitting on his bedroll looking just like Richard Brodigan. I thought he was an old man, what, but 37. He said he'd been riding trains for 15 years, drawing portraits to keep his belly full of beers. He looked at me like he died and missed the plane to heaven. But he's a nice old guy for a younger man. He had a bottle of Mad Dog he held tightly in his hand. He waved it around a lot, trying to make his point. And I listened as he told his tales of wine and women and county jails. We finished off that bottle, smoked half a joint. He said, I came here to watch the sun disappear into the ocean. It's been years since I smelled the salty sea. He turned his bottle up and down. Saw him lost and I saw him found. He said, I don't know what I've been looking for. Maybe me. Well, I told him I too had been traveling around, just living out of my van from town to town to town, playing for tips and whatever records I could move. I said, I don't reckon I'll be making it big, man. It's hard to get rich off a coffee house gig. And he said, yeah, man, but ain't it a blessing to do what you want to do? And I told him, yes, I pulled out here to watch the sun disappear into the ocean. It's been years since I smelled the salty sea. We turned another bottle up and down. He saw me lost and he saw me found. And I said, I don't know what I've been looking for. Maybe me. I said it's getting kind of late. I better be heading down this interstate. Gonna give you a lift and headed to San Francisco Bay. He said, nope, I think I'm gonna sit right here and rest. Maybe wait on the Tokyo, Montana Express. I might just lay here and dream my life away. Sit right here and watch the sun disappear into the ocean. It's been years, my love, now. It's been years. I'm gonna turn my bottle up and down. You can see me lost. You can see me found. I met him on the cliffs of Twin Rocks, Oregon. He was sitting on that bedroll looking just like Richard Brodigan. Just like him. Thank you. Thank you so much. fathers and mothers, I hear you calling from deep in your graves. Songs about Jesus, songs about freedom, shackles and crosses, and the way blood behaves. Sailed the great ocean, sold down a river, white fields of cotton and green fields of cane. The sweat from my bodies, the tears of our children, washed in the blood, and the promised land rain. Thank you. Thank y'all. Remember when people were fighting over toilet tissue in the Walmart? So I'd written this song years before with my good buddy Panda, Tom Ryan, and but it started to make a whole lot more sense when this whole COVID thing started. And we first wrote it, though, while we were down at 30A. We were just about to get on the Cayamo cruise the next morning. And we basically stayed up most of the night writing this song and doing laundry. And we were watching TV, and that's how the song got started. Now, one of the greatest songwriters ever once told me, and many, I'm sure, other young songwriters, he said, if you want to be a songwriter, you got to kill your television. Don't ever expect to get songs from TV. And I'm sure he's right about that. he said you got to read. As far as the lyrics go, that's how you get your vocabulary. And so the more you read, the more you'll have in your head, and you can pour the words back out. But Hank Cochran, if you're listening, he wrote I Fall to Pieces and a bunch of other great stuff. If you're up there listening, this is the one song that I wrote from watching too much TV. We started with the news, and that was bad enough, so we flipped the channel, and Doomsday Preppers was on, and after that, Naked and Afraid, and then finally The Walking Dead. So that kind of shaped up the lyrics of this tune, and it's called The Pre-Apocalyptic Blues. Well, you can read it in the papers, watch it on the news. Everybody's got the pre-apocalyptic blues. You better be ready when the shit goes down. Well, you better head on down to Sam's Club, get you a bucket full of rice and beans, a year's supply of 2-ply for your composting latrine, so you'll be ready when the shit goes down. Now, don't hesitate, don't procrastinate, or you'll all be running scared. There ain't no second chances for the bravery impaired, 'cause you know there's a couple of commies hiding underneath your bed, and the zombies gonna eat up all the brains in your head. I got a Rambo knife with a compass on it and a ballistic bug-out bag. I got an AK-47, about 100 extra mags. I'm gonna be ready when the shit goes down. Well, COVID, Corona, it's a terrible disease. You say you ain't worried, and I say, honky, please, you better be ready. Yeah, when the shit goes down. By my jacuzzi, there's an Uzi and an RPG. Got a Stinger missile mounted on my wife's SUV. They won't get to me, no matter who they are. I got landmines buried all over my yard, 'cause I read it in the papers, y'all. I watched it on the news. Now I got the cryptic pre-apocalyptic blues. I'm gonna be ready, yeah, when the shit goes down. Will you be ready? All right. When the shit goes down. Thank you. I've lost count of the times I've given up on you, but you make such a beautiful wreck, you do. Yeah, there's a tavern on the corner called the Milky Way, and you look so at home there, it makes me afraid. And at the dark end of this bar, what a beautiful wreck you are. When you go too far, beautiful wreck you are, baby. Now all the plans that you had from 7 years years ago. Like all the promises you made, I watched them come and go. You put your keys in the car, but it would not drive. With your hands on the wheel, looking barely alive. Yeah, yeah. Hey, I'm still sitting here waiting on the passenger side. You to make up your mind. For you to make up your mind. At the dark end of this bar, what a beautiful wreck you are. When you go too far, beautiful wreck you are. What a beautiful, such a beautiful wreck you are. What a beautiful, such a beautiful wreck. I've lost count of the times I've given up on you. But you make such a beautiful wreck, you do. Yeah, you make such a beautiful wreck, you do. You make such a beautiful wreck, you do. At the dark end of this bar, what a beautiful wreck you are. When you go too far, a beautiful wreck you are. What a beautiful, such a beautiful wreck you are. What a beautiful, such a beautiful wreck. Yes, you are. Right. Thank you. I'll switch guitars here. Well, I guess I should play you a medley of my big hit. I've actually had 3 #1 songs. This was the biggest that I sang. I also wrote one with the Zac Brown band called Toes. And yeah, and then Beautiful Wreck was a #1 Americana song, and which, you know, makes you hundreds of dollars basically. Nothing like having a big country hit like that one was, or this one that I'm about to play you. But it's always nice to get some airplay and getting a lot of people to know about a song whenever possible. We always want that as songwriters, and even though most of my very favorite songwriters are artists that were never even on the radio, it's odd, isn't it? You know, people like Townes Van Zandt or Guy Clark and Christopherson and Leonard Cohen. Joni Mitchell maybe a little bit on the radio with "Help Me, I Think I'm Falling." I think that was her big hit, but she'd written so many things, and I got this tuning on this next song by listening to this album of hers called Blue, and I love that's my favorite album of Joni Mitchell. I love a lot of her work, but That one's great. She plays dulcimer all over the record, and it's usually piano or dulcimer on the song. And James Taylor plays on that record with her a lot, and he's playing guitar usually while she plays dulcimer, which is really cool. But I was trying to make this guitar sound like a dulcimer, and I was out in the desert. I was near Joshua Tree, and I remember I was listening to that CD in my van, and I pulled over on the side of the road and grabbed my guitar and started tuning my guitar to try to sound like a dulcimer, which it never really did. That's what I was trying to go for there. And next night I had a little tiny show in Hollywood at a place that's both a music venue and a Chinese restaurant all rolled into one. And it's a famous little place, and I think it's still there. It's called Genghis Cohen. And if you're ever out there, check it out. It's just a really cool place, and great food too. Gourmet level Chinese, and you never know who's going to show up on any given night to play there. It only seats about 30 people, and it's free to get in. I think at least it used to be. And I had played there maybe 3 times. Kind of working my way out from Atlanta, and I finally got to where I could sell Genghis Cohen out. And I remember looking out into the little room and thinking, man, I'm making it in L.A. I got 30 people at my show. Anyway, after I finished, I felt real good about my show. You know, I'd doing basically the same kind of thing I do now, you know, telling stories, and basically I'm a folk singer, I suppose. And a lady about my age came up to me and she said, I really like what you did tonight. You're a storyteller. And I said, yeah, I guess that's what I do. She said, well, I got a story for you. I said, well, sit down with me. I'm about to have some lo mein or something, you know. And so for the next hour, she just blew my mind with these great stories of growing up in Hollywood. And the song kind of fell in my lap after that. Lay your weary head down. Dry your tired eyes. Lay your weary head down. Rockabye. She grew up with the children of the stars in the Hollywood Hills and the Boulevard. Her parents threw big parties, you know, everyone was there. They hung out with folks like Dennis Hopper, Bob Seger, and Sonny and Cher. But she feels safe now in this bar on Fairfax. From the stage I can tell she can't let go and she can't relax. Just before she hangs her head to cry, I sing to her a lullaby. sing everything's gonna be alright. Rockabye, rockabye, and everything's gonna be alright. Rockabye, rockabye, rockabye. She still lives with her mom outside the city. Down that street about a half a mile. And all her friends tell her that she's so pretty. She'd be a whole lot prettier, you know, if she smiled once in a while. But you know, even a smile, it looks just like a frown. She's seen her share of devils in this angel town. Everything's gonna be alright. Rockabye, rockabye. Everything's gonna be alright. Rockabye, rockabye, rockabye. Told her, I said, I ain't so sure about this place. It's hard to play a gig in this town and keep a straight face. It seems like everybody's got a plan. It's kind of like Nashville with a tan. Y'all sing. Rockabye. Here we go. Everything's gonna be alright. Rockabye, yeah. Rockabye. One more time. Everything's gonna be alright. Rockabye. Oh, rockabye. Rockabye, rockabye, say bye-bye, baby. Yes, say bye. I don't know how to play whatever this thing is here. more black keys I have to do, the worse it gets. So I'm gonna stick to nothing but white keys here. Play a little something off of that same Joni Mitchell record I was talking about. And this is one of my favorite Christmas songs. It's coming on Christmas. They're cutting down trees. They're putting up reindeer, singing songs of joy and peace. I wish I had a river I could skate away on. Well, it don't snow here. It stays pretty green. I'm gonna make a lot of money, then I'm gonna quit this crazy scene. I wish I had a river I could skate away on. I wish I had a river so long I would teach my feet to fly. I wish I had a river I could skate away on. I made my baby cry. She tried hard to help me, you know. She put me at ease. And she loved me so naughty, she made me weak in the knees. I wish I had a river I could skate away on. I'm so hard to handle. You know, I'm selfish and I'm sad. I'm gone, lost the best baby that I ever had. I wish I had a river I could skate away on. I wish I had a river so long I would teach my feet to fly. Oh, I wish I had a river I could skate away on. I made my baby say goodbye. It's coming on Christmas. They're cutting down trees, and they're putting up reindeer and singing songs of joy and peace. I wish I had a river I could skate away on. And I'd love to invite my dear old friend Eddie Owen out here to join me on this one. We'll send you home with some Christmas spirit.
I'll sing back here, Shawnee. Go for it.
Is he coming? All right. This one isn't even hard, Eddie. We all know this one, and y'all sing along with us. My guess is you know 98% of this.
Grab a chair, Eddie.
Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. Better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town.
He's making a list, checking it twice. Gonna find out who's naughty and nice.
Yeah.
Santa Claus is coming
to town. He sees you when you're sleeping. This is creepy part. Knows when you're awake.